may remember Chris Gardner from the movie The Pursuit of Happiness starring Will Smith.
There were some major differences between reality and the film.
Turns out that in real life, Chris Gardner was neither perfect nor Will Smith.
Was the real story hidden from us?
He was going to be playing you in a movie.
When you were going through this horrible period of your life, did you go, this will make a good movie?
No.
People like to think they lived happily ever after, but that couldn't be farther from the truth.
But here's where the facts really start to deviate from fiction.
But my relationship with Holly, man,
Why did they leave Holly out of the story?
that changes everything.
And yet, nothing could have prepared Chris for what came next.
She said, I have to tell you something. And she died the next day.
That's the biggest trigger that I have ever experienced.
That's when my life changed, right there.
That's the low of the low for Chris Gardner.
I lost the love of my life. Is that Holly? Holly.
This stuff is just too dark, even for Hollywood.
And my first response was, wait a minute, why didn't you tell me?
What did she tell you before she died?
You can lose a house, get a new house. Lose a job, get a new job. But when you lose the person that you love more than life, that's irreplaceable. We met at the gym. I'm on this stationary bike, this elliptical. It's not going anywhere. And suddenly, the most incredibly beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life walked into the gym. I'm on this elliptical, but all of a sudden, I'm not going like this, I'm going like this. Oh. One of the attendants at the gym said to me, man, I thought you were going to take off on that bike. She's got no makeup. She's drenched in sweat from head to toe, right? It wasn't what she looked like. It was what I saw and felt. This soul. I had to know who this person is. She could have said no. She could have said, I'm in a relationship. She could have said, I'm not interested. I had to know. And I'm glad I did. My relationship with Holly, man, that was mine. I was selfish. But that's when my life changed, right there. I will never forget waking up one morning and Holly would do this one thing. She would bring me a cup of coffee to bed. She said, I have to tell you something. She said, I'm losing my vision. And it wasn't the words she said, it was how she said them that made me sit up on the bed. I immediately go to a place called denial. What does that mean? You need some new glasses, we got to get to the ophthalmologist. What does that mean? She said, no, I'm losing my vision. And we find out it's an inoperable brain tumor. We had some serious conversations. You got to tell me what you need. You got to tell me what to do. And what she said to me is, you're already doing it, baby. Just be here. She kept asking me the same question, which was, now that we can see how truly short life can be, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? The very day that we were supposed to go in for our first chemo treatment, Holly had a stroke. Holly had lapsed into a coma. She had not been able to consciously move or respond to any commands physically for months. Before I left the hospital room that night, I leaned down and I said to her, baby, if you want to let go, if you want to stop fighting, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. And out of nowhere, I'm standing at the side of the hospital bed. Her leg moves. And I'm standing there, and her foot caresses me. And she died the next day. It has given me a new perspective on what it means to struggle. I had overcome every obstacle, achieved every goal, slayed every dragon. I had been the recipient of, witness to, and beneficiary of too many miracles in my own life to accept that it wouldn't happen again. I had done everything that I was supposed to do in that business. Started at the absolute bottom. Scratched, fought, crawled, and worked to the absolute top. I could have continued to sit at that desk and chase some more stocks, chase some more bonds, chase some more deals. I could have done that. But when Holly was diagnosed, changed everything. You could lose a house, get a new house. Lose a job, get a new job. But when you lose the person that you love more than life, that's irreplaceable. Losing Holly made that crystal clear to me. You can make money, you can lose money. You can't make time. How much time you got left in your life? Don't nobody know? One of the last things that she said to me was, I don't want you to cry because it's over. I want you to smile because it happened. She has come to me a couple of times in my dreams. This is her way of coming to visit me and say, I'm okay, but I'm checking on you. How are you doing? Now that we can see how truly short life can be, what are you going to do with the rest of your life?
That's a trigger. That's the biggest trigger that I have ever experienced.
What are you going to do the rest of your life?
And what I had to do is I had to start taking some of my own advice. I have been telling people, I had written about it for a very long time, that if you're doing something that you're not totally committed to, if you're doing something that you're not totally passionate about, you're compromising yourself every day.
If I could do anything in the world right now, I would give people, all of us, all around the world, permission to dream. These hard pivots, it could have been the loss of a job, a medical challenge, the loss of a loved one. We've all had to make these hard pivots before, but ultimately we began to go forward. So many people around the world are now having their own pursuit of happiness moments and experiences. So a part of my journey right now is to empower others as they begin and continue to take these baby steps on the journey to their dreams. There is no exit ramp for happiness. There's no exit ramp for peace, tranquility, beauty. All those things sometimes are on this road. Sometimes the beauty is the journey.